but that means that there's an infinite number of parallel universes in our multiverse. Just move that there and focus more here on these lines. In our multiverse, and there's an infinite number of these realities. And in each reality, as every electron spins an animator of an animator to an animator to an animator around a nuclei of an atom, we're catapulted into, an infinite number of alternate universes. Just imagine this is the start of the universe. This is our original timeline, right? But as soon as this starts, we are infinitely catapulted into an infinite number of parallel universes. And somewhere infinity down the line, here's our universe, right? And then we're constantly shifting into alternate universes as we speak. And that expansion of infinite universes is our reality as we know it in time. So therefore, if there are other universes, they're next to ours, and this actually relates to my theory of the Mandela Effect and how the particle accelerator altered the weight of one electron and therefore destroyed our universe and shifted us into the universe that's directly next to it, and therefore things are different in this universe.
So you believe that this thing that some people call the Mandela Effect is actually real?
Oh, it's absolutely real.
Can you describe what it is for people who have never heard it before?
Sure. So the Mandela Effect is the effect of, some people thought that Nelson Mandela died at a certain time, and other people remember it as a different time. And this goes for a lot of other things, Star Wars, classic videos, Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Everybody knows that. Well, if you actually look back to the original film, it's not Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. It's Magic Mirror on the Wall. And some people actually...
Which, of course, it's not.
It's not,
in
right.
the reality I grew up in.
Right, exactly. And, I mean, some people in this reality, I guess, maybe didn't make it from our last reality, I'm thinking. I'm still trying to figure out why they don't remember it, and some people do. But anyway, though, that is the Mandela Effect, and we are living in an alternate expansion of our universes. Even in my own scientific notes, I've found rewritten signatures and things that are a little bit different from originally what I wrote.
So how did that actually happen? Let's take your notebook, or let's take Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, like an old film, animated film. How did it actually change?
Well, it never changed. We changed. You see, we were moving relative to our universe, and then our universe destroyed, so now the universe started to move, or I guess our parallel universes, our multiverse started to move parallel to us because we were out of alignment, and that just destroyed everything. So technically, the universe didn't change, we did.
I just had a little pause there. Just my accident. We weren't deleting anything. People were saying, "Whoa, what's going on?" Because I had a text coming in. So there are two studios, let's say the Disney studios. One studio, Studio A, creates a film that has Magic Mirror on the Wall. Another studio says Mirror, Mirror on the Wall. Is it two separate studios, or what happened?
No, same studio, different timeline. So, good thing we have a multi-layered napkin.
This is very high-tech in terms of our graphics.
Definitely sophisticated.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so as I said...
Because I love that one, because everyone remembers Mirror, Mirror on the Wall.
Everybody does.
And there's a whole Sally Field, you like me, you really, really like me, blah, 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 and now it's you like me.
They will come, build it, he will come. The peace sign.
Oh, really? I didn't know about that one.
Oh, yeah, there's so much. I have a record of all the ones that I've been able to match.
Of course you do.
And some other stuff that I should tell you personally about later.
Okay, can't wait.
Anyway, so yeah, infinity down the line from our original timeline, where here's ours. And of course, this timeline is only moving forward because, well, the expansion of infinite number of realities behind it. But what happened was we made this universe sort of out of balance, and our universe...
Because of the collider, the super collider?
Yeah, we altered the weight of a single electron, which I believe shifted us into a parallel universe, considering that we caused a chain reaction that could have catastrophically destroyed our universe. I mean, even when we thought about starting it, we thought our universe would implode, and then it didn't, and we're like, oh, it's okay. Well, maybe it did implode. We just instantly got shifted to another universe.
And that's your belief?
Right, in my belief. Of course, this is just a theory, and it's still being developed.
Okay.
But, yeah, maybe in that infinitely small moment of time, we were instantly shifted.
Could it also be that there were some people at CERN who are kind of like quantum hackers, and they go, "Ooh, we have this little vulnerability in time-space continuum, and we're going to go in and we're going to pick these iconic moments in our civilization, you know, mirror, mirror on the wall, things like, and we're going to change them just to screw up people's heads to realize that reality is not as they think it."
That could be completely possible, although there's some stories, fairy tales, campfire, scary tales that occurred at CERN, supposedly, or that are set at CERN, dimensional beings or satanic portals, a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. And a lot of people believe they have to do that to consistently maintain our universe, or bridging two universes or dimensions even together. Now, then again, they're fairy tales.
Okay.
And since when are fairy tales real? But then again, all fairy tales are based off of something. Anyway.
Back to eternity.
Right.
Go ahead.
So, when this universe was destroyed, then again, here's our progression of infinite expansion of parallel universes. And here's ours. When this one just destroyed itself, and as I said, there's an infinite number of parallel universes. That means there's an infinite possibility that everything contained within our infinite range happened, existed, will happen. For example, there's a reality where possibly maybe this world didn't even occur. Maybe there's a reality where our universe instantly started and then destroyed itself. There's an infinite number of possibilities. But
Which
however,
is such an incredible thing to try to wrap your head around, right? It's almost impossible.
yeah, there's
Just the word infinity is almost impossible to really
and
completely
then
understand.
again, there are higher levels of infinity, as you'll see in videos.
Higher levels of infinity. So
Yeah,
infinity is not just infinity. There's variations
there's
on that
higher
theme.
levels of infinity. There's smaller infinities, bigger, larger infinities. It's hard to wrap your mind around that there is something larger than everything.
Which is, how do you...
It's
right.
even a paradox as itself. It's an oxymoronic phrase.
And that's where you come back to God. Well, God could be God of the universe or the multiverse, but then...
There must be another multiverse of multiverses of multiverse where there's a universe where there is another more powerful or less powerful or equal God as we defined it in E = MC², the new definition of God.
So, other than you and maybe a few other people, we're really not going to figure this out, are we?
Not for a while, no, I don't think so. But,
Okay, go ahead.
anyway, so the funny thing
Well,
about...
I mean, do you feel like you have it figured out?
Well, I think I do, yeah. But then again, this is all just a theory, and since when can you prove a theory about infinite universes and infinity and alternate realities? When can you prove that? So, do I think that I know it? I think that I might have some basic, very, very basic idea, even gist, of what possibly can be happening. But then again, this is just theoretical physics, and even in, the title, it's theoretical.
Right.
I don't actually know everything that's happening. There's never a way that I can. So, really, it's just a matter of how much do I think that I can explain the unexplainable. And maybe I'm not even explaining it all. Who knows?
Right, but and any of this stuff is so vast and so amazing. It's just like, people's concepts are completely blown of
Right.
anything once they tap into these larger realities. Anyway, let's finish this and see if we can at least understand
Right.
straight lines here
Right.
and the Mandela effect.
Right, so universes that are right next to each other, and as I said, these are infinitely close yet infinitely far away from each other. We have our universes. And the farther away a universe is, the more different it is because of each individual event. Now, the distance and amount of universes between these two lines is infinite. Like, it's kind of crazy. You can't draw it or visualize it. It's just infinite between each line, and then an infinite line between their lines, and lines and lines and lines and lines, infinite over and over again. But anyway, somewhere down the infinity over here, we have a parallel universe, right? And in this parallel universe, maybe it's completely different. Like, everything is completely different. Like, maybe our entire existence is nothing and never will happen, but maybe time's running backwards, or maybe everything is slightly off in a way, like universes aren't created from nuclear reactions, more just form, and then nuclear reactions occur, which then create more universes, which then reverse to create other universes. As I said, infinite universes, infinite everything. So there's an infinite number of possibilities. And even as I speak this, my very speaking of this is creating an infinite number of universes, and in one, and in many of them, this is exactly possible.
Okay, so back to, see if we can wrap this up, the Mandela Effect, and let's have at least one human being who might watch this potentially be able to understand what you're saying. Right.
So when our universe was destroyed over here...
And this was, you think, when CERN Super Collider did its experiment?
Large Hadron Collider, yeah.
Or the Hadron?
Large Hadron Collider, right.
Okay.
And so after our universe and timeline was destroyed, we were, let's zoom this in a lot, zoom, 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 and the universe that's directly next to ours, it's just directly next to ours, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transferred from form to form. But if there are an infinite number of universes, then there's 100% chance that this happened, at least maybe in another universe, maybe not ours. Then again, there's also an infinite chance that this is our universe. So if this one was eliminated, all the energy from this universe created or transferred a universe that was right next to us.
So the original universe is mirror, mirror on the wall. The transferred to universe is magic mirror on the wall.
Right, and even if you have quantum data or other things that possibly could help calculate these claims, then you'll find that there is a fluctuation pattern of which our universe is on a similar plane. So if this is our plane, there's a universe in this plane, which means that this is a larger dip and this is a smaller dip. So that way there's a fluctuation in our reality of actually things that are real to us but are different in other realities. There's a consistent fluctuation, and I think this fluctuation is known as the Mandela Effect for some things, and a lot of things are the same, but other things are, very different. So in this universe, it's pretty much almost exactly the same as ours, for the fact that we're all here, almost, and that everything that we see is pretty much the same.
What do you mean, almost?
Almost as in, like, I don't know. There's an infinite number of possibilities, so there has to be at least an infinite possibility that somebody on this planet is gone from that time. Or maybe there is an infinite possibility that there is. But the point is that it's a parallel universe to ours. So it is not our universe. It's just not ours. But...
So we are now not in the same universe that we were in when Mirror, Mirror on the Wall was a part of a film.
Well, that's what I'm theorizing, yeah.
So we're in a different universe.
Exactly, completely different universe.
Even though it looks almost otherwise completely the same.
Is exactly the same, except for that 0.0000000000000000000000000 infinite number of zeros, 1%.
Yes.
Difference.
Right.
And that 1% difference is large on our scale, or even small on our scale, but it's still different. Enough that it's able to contain our energy, but not enough that it's the same. As I said, it's a parallel universe. It's not the same as ours. And if we have to arrive at the same time that we left, then there has to be difference. There's that fluctuation. And one of these fluctuations was maybe something different. Maybe one person decided to walk on the other side of the sidewalk, as it is uncertainty. at least in our future, I mean, if you're in a higher dimension like the fifth dimension or looking on our fourth dimension, uncertainty is just a matter of which way you're going, like a road. But to us, uncertainty doesn't happen because we can only see the present as it's happening. But anyway,
yeah.
So parallel universe fluctuations.
So, Mary, is it mirror, mirror on the wall or magic mirror on the wall?
Mirror, mirror.
Mirror, mirror. Definitely a vote for mirror, mirror.
Right.
Right?
Actually, there was a movie that was done. Julia Roberts was in a movie called Mirror, Mirror.
Yeah.
Based off of that quote.
Right, but maybe that movie is now called Magic Mirror.
Actually, I checked. It's mirror, mirror.
Okay, so they didn't change that.
Right,
They
but
didn't.
then again, there's a parallel universe where they did change that. Or we just shifted into a parallel universe, but that also changed. That one thing also changed. And you can find that multiple things have changed. But
Where it
that's-
wasn't Julia Roberts, it was Meryl Streep.
Right.
Again, I think what's exciting, and someone who is less sophisticated than you, like myself.
No. Everybody is exactly the same. Everybody pretty much is equal, just in different ways, more
Right.
accurately. Like one person is equal in maybe his ability to identify multiple different forms of color, but to him that's just regular.
Right.
But
There
we-
was
but
what's the
we
name
can
of that?
identify
What's the name of that crab or something that
the
hammers
mantis
people?
shrimp?
Yeah, the what? The
mantis shrimp?
Right, can see like a million different kinds of colors.
12 different colored planes. We can only see 3 different color planes. It could see 12.
Right, so cool. Anyway,
yeah.
the point that I was trying to make when I was talking about sophistication, the bottom line, which you've been repeating in many different ways throughout this little Facebook Live thing,
Okay.
is that infinite universes and just the very concept of infinity is pretty mind-boggling. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
mean-
but it affects everything on at least a theoretical basis.
Well, yeah, everything and nothing.
And there we go.
Yeah, so it's pretty uncertain, but then again, uncertainty is uncertain. And uncertainty can be certain and uncertain at the same time.
There you go. No, I think that sums it up. There it is, quantum physics right there from,
Yeah.
say your name,
Max Loughan.
and you are a...